Welcome to another interesting session with yours truly, Mr. Dlamini. I hope you're going to enjoy this session like the others. Today we are going to be talking about the date chart. Where does the date chart come from? Most, if not all, primary school level, especially foundation phase classrooms, are supposed to be having a weather chart. The reason why I'm saying they are supposed to or they should have them is because there are certain skills which these charts help with. They also cover certain concepts in the various subjects out there. Take for instance in life skills. In life skills there's a theme or there's a topic which has to do with special days on the calendar. For instance, your birthday and public holidays. That is in life skills. So if you do this, then you would have covered that concept. In mathematics, these kinds of charts, which now this one is a date chart extracted from a weather chart, they cover concepts in mathematics such as time, they cover concepts such as counting, and last but not least and not only, they cover place value. There can be so many concepts which you can find in these kinds of charts which they cover just by doing this simple activity. And then in English, not only English but the different languages, if you do this chart in whatsoever language is chosen by the school to be the main language, then you can cover the tenses amongst other concepts or topics. You can cover the past tense, present tense and future tense. Without wasting time, let's get straight into it. Now I've grouped these numbers which I've highlighted in red for the bottom from 1 up to 9. In mathematics we call these numbers units or ones. Once it gets to 10, we then begin to call them tens or groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 90. Those are tens. Once it gets to 100, we then begin to call them hundreds. 100, 200, up to 900. Those are hundreds. Once it gets to 1,000, then those are thousands. That is what we call place value. So we are going to see how it comes into play once we begin filling in our date chart. This is our date chart. It's got the date written the way you have to fill in, and then there's the day. The today is, yesterday was, tomorrow will be. Note, already we are touching into a bit of the language where we are doing is, was and will be, which means it's coming. Also, I've also tackled a bit of language content here where I've highlighted my capital letters at the beginning of each sentence and the full stops at the end. Isn't that amazing? If this activity is done every day and you talk about why you are doing these things, for instance the capital letters and the full stops, so you've covered the concept in English, the importance of always beginning a sentence with a capital letter and ending it with a full stop. Now let's get to the days of the week. If you've got them like that, then they count the days of the week. It's still part of mathematics. Remember how many days of the week we've got? We've got 7. Others normally sing it, but they don't realize that they're also applying the mathematics skill. Now Monday up to Sunday, and then when they put them there, you can then ask them how many days are left. And then once they've pasted everything, you then talk about what comes before and after. That's a maths and an English concept. On this side, I've got my months of the year. I've divided them into 2 groups, a group of 6 and a group of 6. Together they give us 12. All these items are made at home, and they don't necessarily have to be this big. They can be done on small pieces of paper and the children work on it, or you work on it at home. Let's start creating the date. The date today is the 29th of April. Let's just pretend it is the 29th of April. So I'm going to take my 9 from there, and then what other number do I need? Do I need a 10? No. Do I need a 20? Yes. And then in so doing, this is a good example of using flashcards. I'm going to paste my 9 on top of the 20, and it gives us 29. Isn't that amazing? This is part of place value in mathematics. So we start with the day. It differs with country to country and region to region. Take for instance, in the States, they start with the month and then follow with the day. We start with the day of the month and then come with the month and lastly the year. So it's the 29th. This is another trick which I normally emphasize. They need to say the date properly. We start with the date. It is the 29th what? Day of, let's find the month. 29th day of January, February, March, April. We're on the fourth month. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the fourth month. I take it. We are on the 29th day of April. The year. There's one thing which I discourage learners to say. It's 2020. It's not 2020. Remember where I started with the place value. This is a 0, 1s, and then 2 10s, which is 20, 0 hundreds, and then last but not least 2 thousands, right? Or 2 groups of thousands. So it's 2020. That's still mathematics. So that's our year right there. So it's the 29th day of April, the year 2020. We've set the date. That is how we say the date, or that's how I encourage them to say. It's the 29th. I always say, don't say 29th person, 29th donkey, 29th cow. Say it's the 29th day, because on the calendar, remember, we've got days which are represented in numbers. The days after the week and then the weeks from months. Now let's get to the day. What day is it today? Today is, I'm pretty sure other colleagues have already taught you on the vocabulary part, but with this you now touch and you begin practicing on those. So today is Wednesday. There's Wednesday. Let me take the Wednesday and put it up here. So the date, it's the 29th day of April, the year 2020. Now what day is it? Today is Wednesday. Now what day was it yesterday? Yesterday, let's double check here. Wednesday is gone. Yesterday was Tuesday. So let me take the Tuesday and put it up here. Let's go to the concept. Yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Now what day will it be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be, let's see, it cannot be Monday because Tuesday is already up here and Wednesday is gone. So what's the following day after Wednesday? It is Thursday. So tomorrow will be Thursday. Do you see the concept of time and the concept of tenses, the present, the past, and the future tense? So today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday. These are the concepts which are important for the tenses. And so saying, we have covered numbers and we've covered place value, right? And then we've covered days of the week, we've covered months of the year, and then we've also covered tenses. So this is a huge investment. You need not have it in this bigger of a size. You can also do it in a small A4 size or in the exercise book. I hope this lesson was helpful, not only to the little ones and the big ones, but also to parents who want to help their little ones at home. Have a blessed one.